again, fight fans. I'm your host, Mac McNulty, and welcome to another edition of Wednesday Night Mayhem. This is the newly rebranded Icon TV, and we're here to bring you the best in fights this evening. We'll be bringing you the same high-caliber action you've come to expect, only now we'll be doing it from across the globe. Up first, a tribute to the last show carrying the WCC brand. WCC X Loveladdy versus Angulo II was a powerful tribute to the brand that excited and delighted us for so long. To open the main card was a bout between Willie Quickfish and Ultimo Dragon Dew that many fight fans had pegged as a barn burner. While it wasn't a disappointment, many fans were happily surprised by the technical acumen of both fighters. Strikes may have been the technique du jour, but both fighters were willing to attempt takedowns from the clinch to confuse their opponent. After 3 rounds of back and forth action, Willie Quickfish was declared the winner by unanimous decision. In the next bout of the night, Jesus Sanchez was determined to show that he was back for good against Mutin Roshi. Roshi is best known as the runner-up during the New Blood final, but against a vet like Sanchez, he looked like a rookie. Sanchez definitely avoided his takedown attempts and easily outstruck him for the KO win after just 67 seconds of action. Wanderlei Silva came into his bout with Otis Game, sporting an impressive 7-3 record, and had most recently lost to former champion Kevin Angulo. Despite the difference in experience, Gain was not deterred and came right after the top contender. Gain fought like a man possessed and gave Silva no opportunity to fight back. After 4.5 minutes of brutal ground and pound, Gain finished off his outmatched foe with a slick armbar. In the co-main event of the evening, the undefeated light heavyweight champion John Henry Irons put his undefeated streak and his title on the line against the very experienced and dangerous Dog Partey. Partey has had a long and storied career with us and had taken all the steps necessary to get his shot at the gold. This bout was a back-and-forth 5-round classic that had the fans cheering for more, and a decision that fight fans will be discussing for years to come. Dog Partey was declared the new light heavyweight champion of the WCC. The main event was the long-awaited grudge match between Brandon Loveladdy and Kevin Angulo. The title may have been on the line, but it was clear that the primary motivation for both men was to prove that they were the more fierce competitor. Loveladdy had previously handed Angulo his only loss in a unanimous decision that set the mixed martial art world ablaze. There was no way this fight could live up to the hype, but both men still tried to take each other apart. After 5 rounds of very close competition, the judges saw the fight 48-47 for the former and new middleweight champion, Kevin Angulo. I get the feeling this isn't the end of their rivalry. It's clear that both warriors want the opportunity to finish their rival in devastating fashion. Now, a look at the first 2 events for the Icon brand. The Icon Thanksgiving Special and Angels of Death 1, Hunger. First, the Icon Thanksgiving Special co-main event of the evening. In the blue corner, managed by Dilbo Wildo, training out of the LA Riots Training Center and sponsored by Mary Jane's Medicinals in Los Angeles. Don, the Don Cheadle, and his opponent. In the red corner, managed by John Kimball, training out of 50-member cap and sponsored by Firebird Designs in Las Vegas, Howard Jingle Langston. Cheadle is the far more experienced fighter and will likely try to turn this into a boxing match. Cheadle is riding a 2-fight losing streak and is in a must-win situation. Langston will likely have no problem slugging it out with Cheadle, as the majority of his wins have come by way of TKO. This fight is sure to get the fans on their feet, and these 2 fighters sure to be on their feet as well. Then the main event of the evening. Introducing first, in the blue corner, managed by Hennessy's Daddy-O, training out of MMA Gods and sponsored by Convicted in Los Angeles, Kevin Crow Cop Florian. And in the red corner, managed by Dudley Do-Right, training out of KO Central, Lucas Mitchell. Mitchell is a longtime vet with 7 submission victories to his credit, but Florian is undefeated in 4 fights and will likely look to use his superior wrestling and Muay Thai to keep this fight standing. If Mitchell can get this fight to the ground, he may be able to record another submission victory. If he cannot, he may be in for a long night against the superior striker, Kenny Florian. Then, just a few days later, is Angels of Death, Hunger. The co-main event of the evening will be a 5-round fight for the heavyweight championship. Introducing first, the challenger, Standing in the blue corner, managed by Gin and Whiskey. Training out of the Beatles gym, Alex Jones. His opponent, managed by Tony Montana. Training out of Convicted Fight Club and sponsored by Convicted in Los Angeles. The undisputed, reigning, defending heavyweight champion, Vladimir Iron Hammer Drago. The champion has Jones outmatched on the feet despite being known as a submission acumen. Jones is also a wily jiu-jitsu specialist, but if he is unable to ground Drago, he may be looking at a KO loss. Drago has rarely used his striking to finish fights, but that's not to say that he can't. No matter which way this fight goes, the fans will be in for a real treat. Then, the main event of the evening. This will be a 5-round battle for the welterweight championship. Introducing first, the challenger, standing in the blue corner, managed by Jay Rocco, training out of Broken Halo Combat Club and sponsored by Syndicate Drugs in Rio de Janeiro, Pedrick Kino King, and his opponent, standing in the red corner, managed by Tsuyoshi Nara, training out of Mary Gracie's Jiu-Jitsu and sponsored by PP Supplements in Montreal, the undisputed, reigning, defending, welterweight champion, Paulo DDR Edel. The challenger will be looking to keep this fight on the feet at all costs. Edel is known as a dangerous grappler, with all 7 of his victories coming by way of submission. Keen, on the other hand, is the far larger competitor and a feared striker, but has been susceptible to submissions in the past. This may be a case of the classic striker versus grappler matchup, and the champion will want to win convincingly here to cement his legacy in the World Championship cage fighting. Be sure to buy your tickets early, as both of these events are expected to sell out quickly. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your turkey. I want to give a word out to our sponsors, Syndicate Drugs in Rio de Janeiro, Mary Jane's Medicinal here in Los Angeles, Nonstop Nutrition in Las Vegas, Blitzkrieg Fight Supplements in Hilo, Icon Steaks for all your booking needs here in Los Angeles, Hell's Balls Fightwear in Montreal, and over here at the Crown, coming soon to Los Angeles. Thanks again, folks. Have a great night and a happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you next week here on Icon TV.